everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars review. So today we're going to be looking at set number 75048, The Phantom. This set includes 234 pieces and originally retailed for $24.99 back in August of 2014. I'm really happy that I finally rebuilt this because now I actually know how semi-inaccurate this set really is, since I did recently rewatch Star Wars Rebels as of this year, right after finishing the last season of the Clone Wars, and I really enjoyed the show, and I really regret not picking up more of these sets, since I did really enjoy watching the show and I didn't really get into it back when it was actually on. So getting right into this and looking at the box art, we do have the Star Wars Rebels box art for the summer wave right here, where we have the Stormtrooper helmet in the corner as well as that small little Rebels logo, and then we even have the LEGO Star Wars logo within that orangish yellow color, which I do really like seeing that as well. Regular stuff off the side, you get your minifigures down here, Star Wars Rebels logo since this is based off Star Wars Rebels, choking hazard, and also this was one of the first few sets to include those spring-loaded shooters. Moving on to the very back of the box, you might notice that there is just a little bit of water damage to this. I'm probably going to end up throwing this out sometime in the future, but either way, we have our logos, we have some information about connecting this particular set to the Ghost, which I really love that they did this back in the day. I think it's really cool. I really hope that LEGO would make these again someday for those who missed out. A lot of people would really appreciate if LEGO actually remade some more LEGO Star Wars Rebels sets, and even some more Clone Wars sets. That's all I really want from you guys, and even some more Mandalorian stuff. Top of the box features your regular stuff right there, actual size of Ezra Bridger. We have the sides right there with a little bit too much water damage off to the side of these, choking hazards, and your spring-loaded shooters and stuff in various languages. Very bottom features your smaller picture, LEGO trademarks, and the barcode for this particular set. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for the box. So let's get right into the instructions, minifigures, and final overall model. Looking at the instructions, we pretty much mimic the front of the box right there. Back features your Win robot. We can flip right open to a quick advertisement for the summer wave of sets right there, which I do have some reviews for these sets already out. Those include reviews for the B-Wing as well as the Mos Eisley Cantina. I will eventually get to reviewing that AT-AT set right there. As for the other ones, I don't own them within my collection, and like I said, I really want to get that version of the Ghost sometime in the future. Might get it eventually. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the future of the channel. Either way, moving forward, we have a quick advertisement for lego.com/Star Wars. We get our piece count from the page preceding that, and then we have the final overall model right there for this particular set. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for the instructions, so let's get right into our minifigure selection. Taking a look at our first minifigure, we have Ezra Bridger, which this minifigure is exclusive to this set only because you can remove his hairpiece and add this helmet, which I think is just a really interesting reference to the TV show overall. This is when he's trying to disguise himself just to get intel for their team. I just think it's very interesting that they include this particular piece, and it does have some very nice printing on it, and it is an exclusive mold to this particular set. You guys can take a look at the printing all around for the front of it, and no back printing for that helmet piece, which, you know, it looks the way it should. I'm really happy with how that turned out. We do get the double-sided facial expression that we'll look at in a minute. We get some very nice leg printing that I do have to point out that we get the leg printing leading up to the belt piece to show the belt, and then even the torso printing right there, which is front and back on that dark tan torso piece. And you get a very nice logo from the very back of that as well. Does fit the overall description of his appearance in the first season of the show. For his arms, we get the same color for the legs right there, that being the orangish brown color. We get the light flesh hands for the flesh tone. One accessory being this short style gun right there. This is before he got his custom lightsaber that he made for himself. And then we get the double-sided facial expression, like I mentioned before, which they did actually use this for some other characters. It is a reused common facial expression nowadays. We get this very nice smirk from the front, and then from the back we have this more concerned look for Ezra, and then we get the hairpiece, which I like to call the Snape hairpiece right there for his minifigure inside that black color. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for our minifigure of Ezra Bridger. And then finally, for our last minifigure right here, we have C110P, or Chopper. This minifigure is not exclusive to the set, but also comes within 6 other sets, not counting this one. We get some shorter astromech droid legs right here, which I do really like that LEGO actually made some custom legs for this particular character, since he is a little bit smaller than your normal astromech droids like R2-D2 and stuff like that. That is the same exact connection as it is for all of the other astromech droid type characters, where you have the Technic pin connection from the very side of the body. Another really interesting thing is that we do get this cylinder piece right here that does have the print for his main overall look. I think it's very interesting since this character does not use the normal astromech body type. And then from the very bottom we do get the horseshoe piece within that light gray color just for the overall coloring of the character. Like I said, we get the printing from the very front, no printing on the back of course, and then we do get printing all around that dome piece for the character, which is the newer style dome that they introduced back in say 2012-ish or something like that. And it is inside that orangish brown color, which I do also like seeing. And you get the printing, like I said, which is all around and even from the very top of the character, which is very nice. So yeah, that's pretty much really all that I have to say for our minifigure of Chopper. Very nice character to get included within this cheaper set. Moving over to the final overall model for the Phantom right here, this build is very, very inaccurate compared to what we see within the first season of the show. This is of course representing the first version of the Phantom. They do later replace it with another ship, which I believe we even got that one, I think back in like 2016 or something like that, when they actually had that appear on TV. That was really cool, and that one even included Grand Admiral Thrawn, which is another minifigure that I do regret not picking up back in the day. But either way, getting right into the final overall model for this set, it is rather small, but it is actually supposed to fit with the model of the Ghost that released alongside it, and I really hope that LEGO does eventually re-release these sets sometime in the future, just giving them an upgrade and maybe even making them even more accurate. But you know, it's just something I'd hope to see. I know that they're probably never gonna do it just because they like to stick to their original trilogy stuff, but getting right into this, we have the wings that fold out right there for this ship, which I do really like how that looks. That looks very nice for showing the wings out. Those are connected using some clip piece connections from the very middle over there, and even over here we have another little part that can go up and down, but it is meant to just go like that and then fold back in to show the overall design of the ship. And it does show the anti-studs right there, which, you know, it's something that I didn't really think I would like, but you know, it's cool, it looks fine. I'm not really there's nothing really to complain about when it comes to that particular portion. Looking from the very back, we do get the overall engines and even a small little spot that you can actually open up to see the interior, which really isn't anything special since this isn't like size accurate to how it is supposed to be within the show, which is rather disappointing, like I said, but you know, it's fine. It's just giving you an overall general idea of what the ship should really be like. We get some stickers from the very side of the ship over here on these 2x2 tile pieces right there, which, you know, I think they look fine. We get one on this side and then another one reversed from the other side over here, same on that 2x2 tile piece in white. We get the cockpit piece, which does actually feature a print on it. I'm not really too sure if that's exclusive to the set or not, but you know, it's still pretty nice to get. Opening that up, that is connected using the other different types of clip pieces over here, and then you do get a very nice small interior spot where you can place your minifigure of Ezra Bridger, and then you even get a sticker right here for the main controls for the ship on that slope piece. So placing your minifigure of Ezra Bridger right into the set, you can remove his weapon, and you can even probably place his helmet back on. Might as well just do that for the space travel, and then you can just plop his minifigure down, putting his legs down like such, lying him down, and then you can put the cockpit right back. So there you have it. You have your minifigure of Ezra Bridger with his helmet on within the cockpit of the ship. One thing that I do have to complain about is that this is not airtight. You have a little hole right there. So then if you actually do travel through space in this particular vehicle, you will probably die unless you have that helmet on, which I don't know if that exactly keeps you safe from space travel, but you know, it's fine. I think it's okay. And then from the very top over here, this is probably one of the more interesting parts to this particular set. We do get the rapid fire missile from the very top. If you don't know how that works, all you gotta do is push down like such, and that will launch out into the distance, never to be found again unless it rebounds on a wall, and you can find it quite easily and just plop it right back into the spot. We do get one extra of those within that red color as well, which I do really appreciate them including that in case you do actually lose that particular piece. Also from the very top over here we get another sticker, which I do also like seeing on that 1x2 cheese slope, which, you know, I think it's a fine sticker. It's nothing really that I remember being referenced on the ship, but it's okay to see as a reference still the same, just showing some extra small detail. And then probably one of the more interesting parts to the set is that you can actually lift this part up and it will help you lift off this top cover piece, which, you know, that's only connected using the 2 studs from each side of this on those 1x4 pieces, which, you know, I think it's an interesting connection. It's not a great connection since it is quite easy to get it stuck on there, but this is where you want to place your character of Chopper. You can place Chopper within this general area over here, and then he sinks down within that particular area, and then you can cover him up, and it's just a nice little storage area since he is supposed to just be within this ship. And like I said, it's not size accurate, so you can't really see what's going on there. And then you can actually lift this up and you can see him slightly, but it's not really that great when it comes to this particular set. Like I said, I just wish that this could have been more size accurate. I believe that the one that they released after this was a little bit more size accurate, but still, you know, it's just something that they gotta eventually redo sometime in the future. It would be really nice to see. Also from the very front of the ship, I did want to point out that we do get some pretend guns, which I do really like seeing those. It's something that I do really like seeing more compared to like these rapid fire missiles or like the stud guns or any of that kind of stuff, which I believe that they're trying to go away from that a little bit. I'm not really too sure. It looks like they're trying to, but not really. Here's a quick look at the bottom if you're interested in that, and really that's all that I have to say. We have the connection over here using these building on the side, which I also like seeing. You know, it's a simple build, it's not accurate, but, you know, it gets the point across. Cool. Another really cool thing that I did forget to talk about is that we do get some stickers on these 1x6 tiled pieces inside dark gray. We get them on both sides right here where the wings are supposed to be covering, which I do find that and just like it's a very unnecessary detail, but I really appreciate that LEGO included it still the same. And like I said, it is all covered up. You can't really see it too much when it comes to the wings being all folded up. So overall, is this set worth $25? I mean, I don't really think it's worth that much. I think it's going for like $50+. Even if it's like used, it's worth like 50 bucks, and then sealed, it's worth like about 100 or so, which I think is just crazy compared to how much this was back in the day. It really shows that LEGO should be making new LEGO Star Wars Rebels sets, which like I said, I just don't think it's gonna happen, but you can only hope that it could happen sometime in the future. I think the minifigure selection for the set is a nice start out, giving you one of your main characters of Ezra Bridger, and even giving you Chopper right there. You get a very general representation of the Phantom right there, which can actually connect to the Ghost model that released the same year. Really, if you don't have the model of the Ghost, you know, this set really isn't worth it, because you really want to be able to connect both of those sets together, and you know, they're not really size accurate compared to what it's like within the show, which is one other thing that I just have to point out as something that is flawed when it comes to this particular set. I'm really happy that I have this in my collection. Only having recently watched this show, it's just something that I would like to see more of when it comes to LEGO in the future. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below what your thoughts are on this set. Also remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!